Radio. Unsportsmanlike delivers the passion every true sports fan craves. Brought to you by Floor Concepts, where design meets durability. That's Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings, 5 to 8, only on 102.7 The Game.
Cabinet Doors and More off Highway 54 in Fordsville is way more than cabinets. Don't believe us? Come see for yourself. We have a wide variety of items from custom-made wardrobes to corner cabinets, kitchen islands, hallway and couch tables to nightstands, and even mantles for your fireplace. All in stock and ready to go. Come on out to Fordsville and shop with us so you can see why we are well worth a drive. Follow Cabinet Doors and More on Facebook for new weekly items. Cabinet Doors and More off Highway 54 in Fordsville.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 102.7 The Game.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast. For the overnight hours, clear skies with a low of 27. On Thursday, becoming cloudy during the day with a high of 47 degrees, but we clear off again Thursday night with a low of 28. On Friday, sunny and a little bit milder with a high of 52. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast.
From the Floor Concept Studios. Legally, we're WLME 102.7 FM, Lewisport. But you can just call us The Game. 102.7. 102.7.
Answers, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Live at 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, your one call for injury law, FWHlegal.com. Vic Evans in the Floor Concept Studio. I've got Stephen A. Turner. He's going to join me in segment 2. We're going to waste no time. It's Wesleyan Wednesday. We got the Green River Area Federal Credit Union guest of the game. First, we got baseball head coach Todd Littlepop. Let's bring a couple pitchers with us. That would be a typical baseball move. Evan Oakley. I think you are a pitcher too, right, Liam?
An outfielder.
No, he's an outfielder. My bad, Liam. My bad. Liam Hudson, Evan Oakley. I will say, at least, Coach, you brought maybe the best pitcher in the GMAC with you.
Well, I tried to represent a little bit.
There you go. Coach, I got to ask you, we just got done with Snowmageddon. How tough was that? I mean, you guys played last weekend down at Trevecca Nazarene. I mean, welcome to the world of Kentucky and college baseball when everything kicks off in February.
Exactly. It's tough, obviously. It's more for these guys. You're not as prepared as you should be.
Right.
You don't get any time outside. We couldn't even get on our football field at Wesleyan, covered in ice and snow. So we did our best to go inside, get reps in as best we could. We threw live, and then we went and played. So it is what it is, but hopefully this week was great. So it's nice to be able to get outside and do a little work.
I was going to say, get that 70-degree weather we got the other day, and of course, I coached at Brescia with the baseball there too. I mean, it's literally, if it's above 33, you find a way to get outside if you can. It's the way it works, right?
Oh, yeah, we're outside. If it's above freezing, we're going outside and trying to get something in.
And that's just the world of college baseball, especially for northern teams. I mean, you got, is it still 56 game limit? Is that what you're allowed to play?
50 now.
Oh, they changed it. Mm-hmm. You got 50 games, not a lot of weekends. You got conferences weekends you have to do. I mean, it's just one of those things where you either got to get in the car and drive south or get on the road. I know in the past you guys have spent a lot of weekends down in Florida and different places, but it's just the world of living up north and trying to get a full schedule in.
Yeah, I mean, the year that you try to save a little money and stay around here and play, we get some terrible weather.
Our early reports, you look at the preseason rankings of the GMAC on y'all side. You're right up at the top of the GMAC on your side. I know I'm curious to see, because we also have, kids and parents that listen to this, and I don't think they understand how the world, they know that recruiting has changed. Mm-hmm. But in the world of baseball, you think the football portal's crazy. You ought to look at the baseball portal. I mean, how tough of an adjustment has that been for you over the last couple of years in recruiting?
Well, I mean, you have to adapt to it. I think you have to at least dabble with the transfer portal. Mm-hmm. If not, you're falling way behind. Everybody in the country's doing it. I would love to be able to get all the high school kids I want and the junior college transfers and not have to worry about the portal, but it does play a role in college athletics across all sports now. So you have to pay attention to it and see who's jumping in and at least do your due diligence on our end to find out a little bit about those players.
Your roster this year, how many new guys do you have on the roster this year compared to last year? I know that fluctuates, but like Wesleyan basketball, they got 13 new guys on a roster of 15.
I mean, if we have 37, I think 37 players this year, I'm going to say close to 15 to 18 are new.
That's such a change. And, when you first started at Wesleyan or look back 10 years ago, I mean, you've been there. What year is this now for you?
Year 25.
Does it seem that long?
Yes, it does. It's been awesome though.
Right.
But you can when you've been through the grind for as many years as we have at Wesleyan. You can feel it a little bit on my body, so more so than
those
anything.
cold games get a little more cold, don't they? You're a little more bundled up.
But you still love doing it.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I guess the good thing is you're the farthest team south of the GMAC. I mean, you look at it, you're not stuck in. I was in Ashland, this past weekend for basketball, and I will say I drove up. All the roads were clear. There was snow all over the place. I literally pulled into Ashland. And it was a blizzard. I was like, where'd this come from? It's just a lake effect in Ashland. Who knew? But I mean, so it's at least you're a little farther south than that.
Yeah, it helps us a little bit, and as far as league goes. But by the time we get to middle March and we're playing our teams in the league, everybody's been outside by that time. Hopefully we get a little bit of an advantage of getting outside and practicing a little bit earlier, but not so much this year.
Looking at the team this year, some things you talk about, we talk about maybe the best pitcher. We called a few of his games in the last couple of years, Evan on the mound. I mean, you've got to feel like every time you go into, especially in conference play, it's a weekend series, Game 1, you feel like you got to have an advantage when you can hand the baseball to him.
I mean, it feels really good as a coach to be able to go out and run out a guy that's been here for 3 years and the experience that he.
How'd you keep him around? That's what I want to know.
I have no idea. No,
that NIL baseball money at Wesleyan must be better than I thought it was.
I wish. But no, to have somebody as loyal as he is in today's day and age, it's pretty tough to come by. But the experience factor, just been through the grind, started pretty much since he was a freshman, so he knows what it takes and what it means. But he works extremely hard too. So it's easy to pleasure to coach. It's easy to just give him the ball every Friday or Saturday night whenever we play, and let him go do his thing.
Looking at the team, for you guys to get where you go, what are some things that let's give me a couple strengths that you feel like you got, a couple things that you guys got to work on between now and GMAC conference tournament.
I think it's just reps, getting outside and getting the reps. I mean, defensively, I think we're fine. We did a pretty good job last weekend for not being outside. We played pretty solid defense, so I was pleased there. I think we got to throw the ball over the plate.
Yeah, that's always a key.
I mean, you can't give free bases to teams. And, get timely hits. We had some timely hits last weekend as well, but we also had some areas where I feel like early in the game we could have got some more hits and scratched a couple runs and not fallen so far behind in Game 2. And we did score 5 to come back into the game, make it 6-5 game. But if we would have scored those runs earlier, we would have had a better opportunity.
And some of that's just, it's one thing of, and everybody does it. Your pitcher's still live against your own hitters indoors, and it's just a part of it. But there is still nothing about just getting out and being able to play and see other pitchers and just see, not only that, but also just scenarios. Hey, we had this guy here, and, you got to make sure you hit it the other way and move a runner. Just things that you're going to do in situational baseball. You can work all you want, inside. But until you can get out on the field and do those things, it's just really tough.
Well, the elements. I mean, you got, batters got wind blowing in their face. Their eyes are watering. The pitchers are, might be windy that day. They're blowing all. Just the elements play a role. And when you're not outside working on that stuff day in and day out, then it plays a role in the game.
No, there's nothing worse than trying to hit when it's like 37.
No,
I mean, just don't throw me inside. I mean, right. I'm taking every inside pitch. It's all I know.
That's right. And we want guys to, we want a bunch of guys to see what we have and see guys out there. So we move the lineup around a little bit early just so we can find out what guys can do and what they're made of. Because when you're facing your own pitchers or pitchers facing our own hitters, it's just different.
It is.
You're gonna play better when you face somebody else.
Well, not only that, you got buddies on the team. Everybody knows everybody's weakness to a T. And then, you always got, sometimes even then too, you're trying too hard because that's your roommate you're hitting against.
Sure.
And you want to get the, to have the last laugh. But let's go down here to Evan. Oakley coming back, an unbelievable last 2 years, and I think it was all GMAC first team last year on the mound. Got the opening day start down at Trevecca. Of course, it was like 34. But talk about, what was something, if you look back on the year you had last year coming into this year, what was something you were looking to get better at? I mean, everybody is always trying to improve no matter how good a season you have.
For me, it's just not really necessarily get better at anything, but one thing I've been, hard on is keeping myself healthy, like going training room. Because if you're healthy, you're gonna perform. That's the way I look at it.
I always thought pitchers were only healthy like day one, pitch one. After that, it's just trying to be maintaining whatever hurts that day.
That's kind of how it feels. I'll tell people all the time, like, yeah, you feel great on your start day, feel like crap throughout the week. Start day comes around, you feel great. It's just a cycle. Same thing every week, but it's not as bad as we make it sound sometimes.
How'd you handle Snowmageddon, man? I mean, where are you originally from, Evan?
Marshall County.
Okay, so you're kind of used to this. You're used to being at 31 one day, blizzard the next, and 75 3 days later. But did the team get out and enjoy any Snowmageddon, a little sledding action as a team?
If we could have gotten out,
he's not here.
If we could have gotten out of the driveway, maybe. But where I live like a few roads back, but we just kind of got out in the front yard a little bit, but not very long. Once your hands get cold, it's time to go outside.
And how tough is it for pitchers? You talk about you played last week at Trevecca. You hadn't been indoors. I mean, I know you're throwing pins, but it's the same thing. You're throwing pins indoors. You're doing that. You get out there, it's windy, it's cold. How tough is that for you as a pitcher just to get the feel that you want to have the feel on the mound?
Well, actually, what's funny, the hardest thing that I said to go from inside to outside last week, I told him, I think it might have been the second day, I was like, was the wind. My eyes were watering sometimes, and I was like sitting there trying to find our catcher. I was like, you just can't. It's those small things you forget when you're inside. But that was really the hardest thing, was the wind.
And then how good can this team be? Like, I know a lot of people in the GMAC, you go preseason polls mean as about as much as a hill of beans, but it does mean that there's people that think that you guys can play a little bit. You're listed right up there at the top in your divisions, and how good can this team be?
I think we can be. I mean, we're going to be as good as we let ourselves be. I mean, we saw some guys that were on the team a few years ago this week, and the first thing they said to us after the game was, we're gritty. And that first game really showed it. Like, we had some times where the game got close, but nobody, sunk their head. We all just kept going, and we pulled out a win, which was, I guess, not surprising, but with the circumstances we were under, being inside and stuff, that it was a really good show.
We're on we're Wesleyan Wednesday, the Green River Area Federal Credit Union guest of the game, Coach Lil Pop, Evan Oakley, and also Liam Hudson. And Coach, he talked about gritty. I know, we've been covering you guys for a couple of years now. That you guys have always played hard. I'd say 2 years ago, really trying to struggle offensively. I mean, you had, it's when Seth Wright was there. There were days you'd go up and your pitchers would give you a gym and just couldn't find. Was that been the last couple of years in recruiting to try to find that offensive balance to what you guys usually do on the mound?
Always, I'm an offensive guy.
I was going to say, it's got to drive you nuts when you have trouble scoring.
Yeah, I like to score runs, and I like to hit. So I want to hit a double rather than bunt somebody over.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we try to add pieces to that to help the depth of the lineup extend as long as you can, and have those depth pieces on the bench that can come in and ready to pinch hit, or come in and get a big knock or whatever we need. But that's been a focus for sure. I think defensively was a big focus for us as well this year. We wanted to make sure we could defend because when you got guys on the mound, I feel like they can fill it up, and I'm sure Evan will agree with this, but you want to be able to trust your defense back there and know that they're going to make plays for you. Because we're going to have a lot of games that are 1-0, 2-1.
Well, not just that. I think people forget sometimes. Like, you'll make an error in an inning, and people are like, oh, well, it didn't score. Yeah, but you added 27 pitches to Evan for him to get out of that inning. Exactly. And in a 9-inning game, and I think people, you watch a lot of high school ball, they don't understand, like, in the conference guys, most of your games are 9. Either you have the 9-7 doubleheader. Mm-hmm. But in a 9-inning game, if you can force somebody to go to the bullpen in the 5th inning, things change a lot.
It changes a lot for the whole weekend.
Right.
And it's game one, and you got to go to the bullpen, and you're using 2 or 3 guys. It changes the whole weekend. I
think people always forget about that pitch count. Well, he got out of it. Yeah, but he threw 17 more pitches, and all of a sudden now I got to take him out an inning and a half earlier.
Exactly.
And I will say it was nice to see you guys. I think he played with me back at Owensboro, Tucker Hagen. It's nice to see him back, still playing. Grandpa back here still playing, but he played with him. Go down here to Liam and the outfielder. Sorry about that, Liam, because I know pitchers are the dumbest guys in the world. They have to listen to their catcher. So I did not mean to offend you that bad.
Good.
But where are you from, Liam?
I'm originally from Chicago.
Okay, so you're used to this weather worse. Yeah. You were out there like probably laying out in a tank top and whenever we got our stuff here.
Yeah, but I moved here from Illinois and then to Louisville.
Okay.
So
yeah, you got to like a real state instead of Illinois. You got to Kentucky. That's that's fine. But playing the outfield, what was it about Wesleyan that brought you here?
Well, I was actually recruited here for football.
Okay.
Yeah, and I played football here my first 2 years, and it was really honestly my only option. So I came here, and I've loved it really ever since. I
had a couple basketball. We did Coach Cooper show the other day, and they had Keandre Jones who played. He said, he was down from Texas, and growing up, he played football. And I was like, well, when did you decide that you were going to be a basketball player? He said, I got hit one time as a freshman in high school football in Texas. Is that what you take that one hit and be like, you know what? I'll just really go hit a baseball. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I've always played both, and I played both up until this year, and I feel like last year's baseball season was what really pushed it over the edge to focus on baseball.
And he's not going to talk about it, but he had a really good year for us as a redshirt freshman. He redshirted his first year, and last year was his redshirt freshman year because he came straight from football,
right?
And he just wasn't ready. And we talked, and he was like, "I think it's best for me." And I was like, "I think it's a great idea." And he did that, and then hit 350 with like 7 homers, and led our team. He's our leadoff hitter, and he sets the tone for us offensively.
And talk about that a little bit because it's so much in this day and age. It's like instant gratification. You get guys that come out of high school and they go to, they go play college, whatever, whether it be basketball, football, or baseball. And, when you're at high school and you're good enough to play at the college level, whatever level, you're probably the best guy on the team. And then you show up to college, and now there's a couple juniors and seniors, or a bunch of them, that have been in the college weight program for 3 or 4 years. But everybody was like, well, I'm not playing. I'm getting in the portal, and I'm leaving. Like, talk about that, how to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm just not ready yet. I need a year. How important was that for you and for your growth as a baseball player?
I mean, it was really a process my true freshman year because, like you said, I just didn't play, or I redshirted in both football and baseball. So just having all that time to really progress and become really the athlete I am today it's huge to just have time and to get in the cages and the weight room and everything. It's just a long process.
And as a coach, you got to love that ability for a player to do that because, like you said, it is instant gratification. I don't think so many kids that in the high school baseball, like, hey, I was the best player in my area. Well, that's fine. Wesleyan's got 15 of those from all different areas that everybody thinks if I'm not playing now, it's the coach's fault. I got to transfer, as opposed to there is a process.
It's just a testament to him. Really, he had the conversation. He had missed the whole fall because he's with football, and when he got out there, he knew he was behind as a freshman, as a true freshman. And last year, he put the time in. He took the whole year to work on his game, and then he came out last year and was so successful. And we were just blessed that he chose to do that, and he's got 3 more years here as well.
There you go. Evan, you got Valentine's Day coming up. You got a Valentine's out there. I mean, with that hair, you got to have a Valentine somewhere. And that beard, you got her taken care of.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'll tell you, I will tell you that the great thing about us is, listen, here it is, man. You got right here. You can go out and you can get 50% off of your next purchase of jewelry. You can do it at shopinanita.com. Jeweler since 1920. Nick T. Arnold. Go get her taken care of, and look at it. But, you started down there at Trevecca, and those like I said, first start, I don't even look at the numbers. How did it feel to get back out there and to play again and just to compete again?
It felt good. The one thing that I always hate though about the beginning of the year is I'm always so nervous, like I can't eat. That's the
really
part about it. Yeah. But like once I got over all that, like felt good. Obviously, there's a few things that you're not happy with, things you can always work on, but overall, it felt good to be back out there.
And we're putting them on pitch counts too.
Right. I mean, you don't want it's 39, 40 degrees. Yeah. I don't have to. I don't need him to throw 102, pitches the first weekend. There's a lot more important games coming up behind. Liam, I always say baseball guys are the most superstitious guys in the world out there. Like there's people who are stitious, and baseball people are superstitious.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any superstitions that you do, pregame rituals that you do that just doesn't change?
Nothing crazy. I mean, at home games, I like to kind of get up around the same time and just do go get breakfast, do this kind of the same schedule, but then nothing crazy other than that. And then just pre at bat, on deck stuff, walking up to the plate, just stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. What is it about Wesleyan that's made it home now from Chicago, and here at Kentucky Wesleyan, the school itself? What is it that you really enjoy about it and made it feel like it's home for you?
The coaching staff for football and baseball, they both made it feel like home, and then the people here that I've met and teammates and just stuff like that.
Dude, you're already in the leadoff hitter. You ain't got to butter him up, man. He's already put you in the leadoff spot. But Evan, you've been here like 3 years now. What is it about the Wesleyan that's made it home for you?
Like he said, coaching staff, people, like all the relationships, even people that have already come through the program, I still talk to all the time. In the city, I love Owensboro. The city's awesome, the layout and all that stuff. But
what's your go-to place to eat in Owensboro?
Oh, I'm all over. I'm a big fan of A-Zip.
Oh, there you go. Okay. You've got the culinary aspects of a Marshall County guy. I can tell you that right now. Coach, I mean, you've been there, like you said, 25 years. What is it about that's kept you around? I'm sure there's been opportunities that you've had to go to other places and other jobs, whether it be at whatever level. What is it about? I mean, I know you played there and it's your alma mater, but there's got to be more than just that. What is it about Wesleyan?
I mean, one thing, it's home. Secondly, it's just the people. The people of Wesleyan, it's so small but it's big in a certain way. Just able to, the professors, to the administration, to everybody, they're so supportive of what we're trying to do as coaches. And it's really about the student athletes, and that's the most important thing. Whether we win a game, it's great. We all want to win.
Right.
But it's about growing them into young men.
And 10 years from now, you're not going to remember whether or not you won Game 7 of the season, but you'll remember the relationships you built with players. Or when they call you and say, Coach, I want you to come to my wedding.
Some of their teammates came to our game in Trevecca this weekend, and they're all hanging out in the dugout after Game 1. And it's just – and we had a couple guys that, when we didn't have grad school at Wesleyan, that went to Trevecca.
Right.
So those guys came over, and we sit and talked for about 15, 20 minutes after the game. And just those relationships are the ones you don't want to take for granted.
I've got to ask you, just because you're here, and I'm going to take your coach's hat off. You can put dad hat off. But I'm hearing this rumor about a really nice tight end that Apollo may have next year.
Let's not get started.
I've heard this rumor about, like, you go out there catching passes for Max Johnson, and all of a sudden I've been hearing that this may be the next tight end. I mean, is there any truth to this or even a thought of it?
There's truth to the fact that he went out and caught balls for Max Johnson. There was some success to catching the football.
Tell you what, he's built like a tight end. That's all I know.
So that's fun. That's all in good fun. But I will say this. It is completely up to my son.
Oh, I know.
I'm not making that
I'm
decision.
giving you a hard time, Coach. Hey, guys. Hey, good luck. We'll be following all year long. Coach Tillop, we'll get you back on here at Live at 5 as the season goes on and keep track of what's going on. But stay warm, and good luck this season, Coach.
I appreciate it.
It's Coach Lil Pop, Evan Oakley, Liam Hudson, Wesleyan Panthers. Get out there at home while you're at home, but you're going back to your own stomping grounds this weekend, right?
This Friday and Saturday at 10 a.m. starts at Apollo. We're gracious to Apollo High School to let us come and use their facilities for practice this week and some games this weekend.
That's awesome.
Hopefully we have a good enough relationship with all the high
schools.
In the city of Owensboro.
If there's one place you can play, I think it may be Apollo. If not, I know a guy you can probably call. He can make a few phone calls.
Maybe.
I mean, that's like the good Lord Jesus Christ calling you. If he gives you a call, that's all
right.
I know.
That's right.
But good luck. And, come out and watch the Panthers play at Apollo. And that's got to be special to go back. And have you coached at Apollo? Have you ever played there since you left?
We've played one game, one or two games. When Coach Mantooth was still the head coach there, he let us come over and play a night game over there. We had some rain, and so we had to push a game, and they had a game. So we waited till their game was over, and I think he let us start like at 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. So I've been over there once before.
When you get over there, and I know you go watch your son play there, I mean, how different does it look now compared to, I mean, do you even recognize the place? I mean, it literally is the house that Mantooth built.
Sure.
But do you recognize the place at all?
Yeah, I mean, I recognize it all. To be honest with you, it's amazing what they've done and what they're going to continue to do. Not just at Apollo, but all the schools.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, what Coach Mantooth built, it was kind of hard for it to see it go to turf. Just because natural grass and how he took care of it.
I think I played there when it was chain link fence in the backstop. I'm almost positive.
But it's remarkable to see the growth.
Well, even then the field was immaculate.
It was.
I mean, I can remember driving by and literally see him on hands and knees pulling out weeds. I'm like,
yeah, man, it's impressive.
But guys, good luck. Good luck at school. Good luck with baseball. And Coach, we'll be in touch with you.
Thank you very much.
It's Coach Lil Pop, Evan Oakley, and also Liam Hudson with the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers. I'll be joined by Steve coming up next. next. You're listening to live. Oh, before we go to break, got to give a pause to the calls. Karen Gross, a realtor with RE/MAX Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. You can find Miss Karen Gross on Facebook at Karen Gross Realtor. And you're listening to Live at 5, 1027, The Game.
When you work at Commonwealth Road Products, it's not about just making things possible. It's about making things safe.
Due to injuries or death resulting from personal injuries, aggressive legal representation is critical to obtain a winning result. Foreman Watson Holtry has a proven track record of winning thousands of personal injury cases throughout our region and beyond. Find out why we win our injury cases. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice, fwhlegal.com.
This is Travis Holtry from Foreman Watson Holtry. You know, I recognize that there is a stigma against personal injury lawyers, and I understand that stigma because of some of the ways that personal injury lawyers portray themselves. But at Foreman Watson Holtry, we are real people helping real people with their injuries. We are your one call for injury law. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice, fwhlegal.com.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You can trust that your heart is in expert hands at Owensboro Health. Our board-certified heart specialists provide the full spectrum of care, from minimally invasive procedures to the latest technologies and life-saving treatments. Get the advanced heart care you deserve close to home in Western Kentucky and Southern Indiana. Learn more or schedule an appointment at owensborohealth.org/heartcare.
At River Valley Behavioral Health, we know recovery looks different for everyone. That's why we created The Gathering Point, a free walk-in recovery support center open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a safe, welcoming space where you can connect with peer support, access resources, or just take a break in a judgment-free environment. No referral or appointment needed. Just walk in. To learn more, visit rvbh.com.
Looking for a bank that truly puts you first? At Sacramento Deposit Bank, we've been serving our communities with hometown care for over a century. From personal checking and savings to business loans, mobile banking, and more, we make managing your money simple and stress-free. You'll always talk to someone who knows your name. So whether you're saving for the future or chasing a dream, we're here to help you every step of the way. Visit sdbky.com or stop by one of our local branches today. Sacramento Deposit Bank, where banking feels like family. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Katie Gunterman.
Let's get back to Live at 5 with Steve and Coach on 1027 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios. I'm not prepared. I'll just go ahead and tell you that.
That's all right.
I was told Coach Little Pop to hang out and
I tried to get him to confirm. I tried to confirm the the rumor of the new tight end at Apollo High School, but he wouldn't confirm or deny it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's one of the questions I asked.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, me and Jalen were in there running our mouth about different local topics, which may come up a little bit later in the Above All Roofing True or False. But yeah, man, shout out to Kentucky Wesleyan baseball. It baffled me a little bit. I shouldn't be baffled because it happens every year, but it's just weird when you see opening day of baseball and it's like the first week of February.
That's the Division II. I think Division I opening week is this weekend coming up. Like you have a standardized start time, which you almost have to, because if you didn't, and I know this used to be a problem in NIA baseball because there wasn't a standardized start date. And so teams down south would be playing in like January and February and spreading their games out over multiple weekends, and then they would get the at-large bid because their best pitchers threw so many more games, because that later on, like a Brescia school is compacting all their games into less weeks. And so there is a standardized start for D1 and D2 baseball, and it's always that way. You know?
And they're off and running. They'll be at Apollo Friday and Saturday.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Davis and Elkins coming into town. But let's move it over. No Coach Shadowin show tonight due to the snow and everything. They had to move some JV schedules around. And to be clear, that was confirmed yesterday morning. So, I mean, some people think, maybe Tabor just didn't want to talk or whatever.
No.
He's all about trying to get it rescheduled. I want to be perfectly clear on that. It has nothing to do with any kind of results. Everybody knows the rescheduling going on with the snow.
Oh, it's crazy.
So there won't be a Coach Shadowin show tonight over on K News, but you will look for. We're getting close to tournament time. We'll have to see if we can shoehorn one in at some point before the tournament with Coach Robertson and Coach Tabor Shadowin. But we'll move it over to the scoreboard. Let's start on the boys' side, and we'll just run through this, and then we'll do a little Above All Roofing True or False. Davis County took down McLean 64-28. The impressive thing is they did it without Acton. They did it without John Moss last night. Watkins, 29 and 13 rebounds. He had his 1,000th board last night.
Look at, in the last week and a half, look at Watkins' numbers. Like, he had a game the other day where he had 24 rebounds against Princeton, Indiana, which is ranked in their class in Indiana. Also, when they were playing without Moss and Acton, I think he had 33 points and 17 boards. Like, let's be honest. I mean, he's going to be a first-team ESPN Owensboro all-area, player. I mean, maybe the third seed for player of the year behind Moss and Logston, or being right there with Logston. Yeah. I mean, it's tremendous the year he's put up.
No, it is. No, there's no question.
And I don't think we talk about it enough because of John Moss.
Yeah, no.
I mean, one's a Mr. Basketball candidate.
I feel like we talk about it.
Well, I mean, no, us. I'm talking about the average person.
Yeah, right.
The average basketball fan doesn't
it's because he's thought of as Robin instead of a second Batman.
Yes.
And it's kind of like Grayson with Martis. Yeah, I feel like is kind of looked at as Robin to Logston's Batman, but Martis on any given night can be the best player in the region. I mean, scoring wise, I mean, he's about as good as it gets. But Watkins doing work, showing a leadership role. I think while the team's banged up and without Moss, Randolph got 12. They're 21-4. McLean drops to 14-10 on the season. Speaking of Grayson, they fall on the road to Warren Central. We got to watch that courtesy of K105. Second half, I tuned in for most of it.
I turned it on and listened to it because I was driving back from Evansville, Bud's Rockin' Country Bar and Grill.
That's right, yeah.
And so listened to it mostly on the way back.
They're struggling shooting the ball, not just in last night, but just as a whole. I mean, Logston, Logston, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, it's just shot's just a little off. He only had 2. I mean, that's just crazy because he is a bona fide scorer. Even on a night where he's not shooting it well, he still finds a way usually to average.
I think you have to go back. I saw 15. What it was. You had to go back to his 8th grade year for the last time he scored 2 points in a game.
Yeah,
Scott Hart said it's
only 4 times in his high school career
under 10,
under double figures.
Yeah, and I think the other ones were all 8 or 9 points, and then this one was 2. You got to go back to his 8th grade year where he scored 2 points. I'll say this. They still, to me, struggle with teams that get physical. Like, that difference last night was nothing but offensive rebounding that Warren Central went and got the offensive boards and just being really physical.
Top 20 matchup in the state, and the final score is 46-41. So, I mean, while they didn't play well offensively, they played well defensively. I mean, you limit.
Well, Warren Central didn't play great offensively either, but they threw it up there enough and went and got it.
There's a fine line between a team not playing well offensively and a team playing well defensively.
Yeah, a lot of time has a lot to do with both.
Yeah, I think it's a little. I think in both situations, and again, we're at that point in the season. If I'm feeling it, I know they're feeling it.
Oh,
They're
without a doubt.
practicing every day. They're playing these monotonous games late in the season. And I know the competitor, you always want to win, but it's getting to that point where everybody's just like, all right, can we just get the districts rolling?
100%.
And I feel like that's affecting Davis County. Not just that, but they've had some guys out of the lineup. But I do think it's still affecting them, and I think it's affecting Grayson County as well. A team that I'm a little bit getting more concerned about is the team I get to call the games for is the Owensboro Catholic Aces. They fought to Breckenridge County 57-55. Nottingham had 15. Miller with 14. Jake Flood hit the game winner to raise Breckenridge County to 10-15 on the year. Murphy-led Catholic, they've lost 7 out of 9, though. I mean, I know it's been some of the it's competition level, but, man, you lost to Owensboro, and then you sandwich a nice win against Apollo in there.
So losses to Owensboro and Breck.
But, yeah.
And those are probably teams that, on paper, you're supposed to beat.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I think right now there's just some questions around, I think, this toughness. You talk about physicality. I think they've really struggled with physicality. They've really struggled with someone stepping forward to lead the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got a bunch of great role players, but who's the guy that's taking over when you need a bucket? And they just haven't seen it.
And the one that you talked about, the one that you would expect that from, or you would think because of the skill set it would be Carruthers, but he's almost too quarterbacky in the way he plays and distributing the basketball instead of being the man.
Yeah, I don't know what would happen if he just decided to be a scorer.
He'd probably average 30 with 15 boards.
I don't know. I mean, like I say, I haven't seen it. He's a tremendous point forward. But could he be that 18 to 20 point guy every game?
I'd love to see him play a week where he was a shoot first guy instead of a facilitator.
Yeah. I think they would. I think they need it. I mean, never going to encourage a kid to be more selfish, right? Because,
if you think back to that, he almost single-handedly beat Grayson last year in the regional tournament.
Yeah.
And in that second half, that was more of a score first, Dre Milk Carruthers, and go get the rebounds. I mean, as you talked about, I think it would help the team, I think, a little bit if he would take more of an onus to be all right, I'm going to try to go score 25.
I think Sully, too. I mean, the leadership, senior leadership. Murphy, I think, would really benefit because he's more of an off-the-ball
100%
type of player. He's not a guy that's going to put the ball on the floor and go get it all. He can, but that's not necessarily where he's at his best. So Catholic's searching for it right now. And it all comes down to preparing for that first game against Apollo here less than 2 weeks. Yep. So, or 2 weeks from tonight, actually. It's 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, they would play because they would play the Wednesday game, the 2-3 games on Wednesday.
Yeah, so
2 weeks.
2 weeks to figure it out. And Breck, on the other hand, they've proven they can beat anyone. on any given night. They beat Catholic now. They've got a win over Meade. So 10-15, but come district time, you throw those records out the window.
When Breck's on the schedule, you would talk about phicality. You better bring your physical lunch pail, or you're in trouble.
They got dude. Nottingham,
he just got
Miller,
his 500th rebound the other night.
Yeah, Flood. He's played well at times. You've seen a little bit out of the Grimes kid. I know he's real young, but potential's there for Breck come tournament time to surprise a couple folks. You got Ohio County taking down South Spencer. Coach Briggins and company moved to 19-4 on the season. Durham is playing as well as anyone in the region.
He is. Now. He is absolutely playing well.
He's been up around 30 the last couple games. He had 22 last night. Holzclaw hit 4 threes. Abney with 13. Ohio County, 4 losses. They're right back. They're a really down year last year and a little bit of a reset.
Mm-hmm.
They've erased that. They're right back to the Ohio County standard this year. Hats off to Coach Briggins. I think he's done a great job developing this group. That's not just because he has a show here. It's because, the most 19-4.
The most important question you could ask Coach Briggins is he's gotten his Puerto Rican flag back.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you did.
No.
You didn't hear. Never mind.
No.
You missed a joke from Beyond the Bench. You didn't listen to Beyond the Bench.
It's over my head.
Yeah, it was a great line from Beyond the Bench.
I've been off the grid.
That's right. You are off the grid. My bad. I should have known.
Completely off the grid.
I'll tell you the whole line at the break.
Okay. I'm just now getting caught up on all my podcasts. So, Edmonson County defeated Hart, and the Cats have won 4 straight. Tyler Wilson is a baller, man. He's right at about 17 a game on the season. They're rolling right now.
They are rolling
Edmonton
for everybody
County.
else but you.
Yeah. They should have. I left them out of the poll. That's what happened. Yeah. It hit me as I was looking into this and rundown today. I was like, We didn't talk about them yet. Why didn't we talk about them in the top 10? Or did we just gloss over it? Because I know we were kind of pressed for time.
I should have texted you when you were there and say, did you mean to leave them out? It was probably my fault.
Yeah, I mean, I did not mean to leave them out. I would have voted them 6th. I'll be honest. I would have had them 6th in the poll yesterday. Would have bumped Apollo to 7, Meade to 8, Muhlenberg to 9, Catholic to 10. That's where I would have had them. I mean, there's 14-5 on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, schedule hasn't quite been as tough as some of the other teams, but they host Caverna on Thursday, so I can put all that to bed.
Yeah, I can.
It would just be competitive, I think, in a game like that would show a lot of doubters. But Edmonton's right there. I fully expect them, barring an upset, to be representing in the regional tournament.
Yeah, for those who want to know, we all send in votes to me of how you vote your top 10 as a point system. And I had them up, and they ended up 11th. But then when I looked back, I was like, how are they 11th? And I went, because most people had them, somewhere between 7 and 9.
Yeah.
And
I didn't have them in there at all.
And I was like,
I didn't vote them in at all.
There's not enough votes here. And
Yeah,
I went
that's weird.
back, and I should have texted you and be like, hey, did you mean to leave Evanston out of your poll? But I just figured you were mad at them.
No, man, it's a lot to look into when you're talking about. You got the third region teams. You got 4 Southern Indiana teams now, and you got Henderson.
Right. You got to go around and find different.
You get caught up in looking at what Perry Central did this week, or
Right.
Tell City, and then you just forget about the Cats, man. And apologies on that. They definitely should have been a top 10 team. Either way, they'll be around, I think, late in the season. Henderson got another win. They're 8th straight. They moved to 19-4.
Playing really well.
Yeah, they beat Hoptown last night. Muhlenberg falls to Christian County. They fall to 14-10, and Owensboro dropped a tough one. They're competing, but came up a little short against Central Hardin, 3-16 for the Red Devils. On the ladies' side, Davis County takes down Madisonville 62-41. Kennedy Lane with 30 in the game last night. Hayden had 14. They're 20-4. And how about Owensboro Catholic? It's setting up for a collision course on Friday night again as they took down Bowling Green 48-45. Claudia Muncie is on fire. She hit 6 threes last night, finished with 20. She had 7 threes on Saturday when they beat McCracken. And so we'll see this matchup one more time before in the regular season on Friday.
Well, the one thing you can say is, listen, back in her routine. I mean, she was shooting the basketball well. You had the host Snowmageddon where you weren't in school.
Yeah.
Really struggled at the All-A, in the semifinals and championship game with their jump shot. It's just one of those things, you just sometimes it's not there.
Yeah.
But you just knew that somebody was going to pay the price for that. It's been the last couple of teams they played that are absolutely paying the price, because you and I both know that water finds its level.
Yeah,
so she's not going to be 1 for 18 in a lot of, in a 3-game stretch a lot. And now water's finding that level, and teams are paying the price right now.
Yeah, that inside-out game works well for the Lady Ace. It should be a good one on Friday night. We'll have it for you on K-News, and 1027 The Game will have it as well for the Davis County feed. How about Muhlenberg? They took down Grayson 51-44. Wilkins, Page, and Groves all in double figures for the Lady Mustangs. They get even on the season, 13-13. Grayson falls to 16-7, and if that Bree Jones injury is gonna hurt if she's not able to return.
It's not been, I still think she has to take her MRI. But everything I've heard is the doctors are fairly certain that it's torn, which would be out for the year. I'm hoping that they're wrong and the MRI shows that it's not. But prayers up for a speedy recovery. But yeah, this really.
Jacomowitz got hurt too,
yeah,
right?
Jacomowitz is now that's the same thing. She's got a schedule an MRI, but I think the fear there is that she is torn it too.
I'm just seeing we're losing star power at the regional tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at it.
Because Bree played so well last year in front of the big crowd at the Sports Center.
Well, think about it. We just released today the Harris Group stat leaders and its scoring leaders. And so on the girls' side, that's 2 of your top 10 scorers of the region. I think Bree Jones was sitting there at 4th, and Jacomowitz was 7th or 8th off the top of my head. So, you're losing 2 of the top 10 scorers in the ESPN Owensboro area, to knee injuries.
Yeah, and Grayson County, if they aren't able to get her back, they're gonna, either way, whether they do or they don't, they're going to face Butler County in the first round of the 12th District Tournament. Lady Bears have been struggling, though. They've lost 5 out of 6 until last night. They beat Hancock County. Really needed that win to get
that game will be at Butler, and if there's no Bree Jones, Butler County to me would be a heavy favorite.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. It should be an interesting one. though, setting up some storylines a couple weeks out. Meade County defeated Central Hardin. I mean, Meade County's got it rolling. 66-33 was the final. Carla Thornsberry was 17. How about in your last 14 games for Coach Trippier, 11-3?
Would he be your front runner right now for Coach of the Year?
Yeah. I mean, Coach, I don't know, man. Coach Powers Payne, she's come out and lost Zoe Bean, and you expect him to take a small step back. I mean, you still expect him to be at the top, but 20-4 good. She's definitely in the conversation.
I'm not sure.
But Coach,
I'm not sure most people would not have penciled in Meade for somewhere like 3 to 6 wins.
I agree. No, I would have. You're right. I mean, it's been the biggest surprise.
Here's my thing, and I know he listens to the show. He's a good friend of mine, AD Ty Clanton out there at Meade County. Get the dude hired immediately.
Yeah.
He's the interim
Keep him
guy.
in-house. Yeah.
Keep him in-house.
Right.
But I mean,
man.
I think
13-9 on the season.
I really think. I mean, I think you're right. I think I can make a legit argument for Coach Powers Payne. You can make.
I wasn't saying that's who I'm voting for.
No, but I'm just saying
those are the two right now off the top of my head. I mean,
I think Edmonton's coach they've taken a step forward even
Booth,
more.
yeah.
Coach Boots has done a great job down there. But, I think back to media day and you lose Peyton Bradley. And it just wasn't that. Like, you lost, like, they returned, like, maybe 12 points scoring or 8 points. It was something crazy. And, and I don't think anybody would have penciled them in more than 6 wins. And here they
the
are.
way it started. You're 0-6 out of the gate.
So what's your overall record? 14-9? Is that what you said?
13-9.
Right. So you're 13-3 since your start.
It's
I think he'd have to be right now the front runner for Coach of the Year, the third region.
Pretty darn good. No, make no mistake. It'll be fun. Now they'll be heavily favored, to move on. I thought it'd be a barn burn between them and Hancock.
They've kind of dominated that
there.
one.
Yeah, I think at Meade and Breck, as usual, right there in the 11th. Trinity took down Apollo 55-40. Sadie Morris led the way with 18. Ryland Meserve with 17. Lady Raiders are 13-12. They'll take on Edmondson County in the 12th. Edmondson fell to a dare last night.
And that's another one. Trinity finishes with the winning record. You got to put Emily Hernandez into that too.
That's a young group.
It's a very young group. That's scary for the next few years.
Especially if they were to pull an upset in round one.
Yes.
I'm not putting that out of the realm of possibility. District tournaments, man, you just never know.
But I just don't know if they have a matchup for Carrie Ann Williams. Like, it would have been better. I'd much rather have the Grayson Butler matchup of those two.
Yeah.
Carrie Ann gives you something that I just don't know if Trinity has an answer for at the district tournament.
Agreed. Rounding out the scoreboard, Henderson takes down Lyon County 68-58. Atilia Green had 24.
She's playing well.
17-9, and we said this would be a big test. She had the top 3 teams they hadn't played yet in the region, which they've dominated. Lyon was one of them. They just took them down. You got Crittenden coming up tomorrow, who's sitting atop the RPI, and Hopkins Central they don't play. So that it's definitely a little more open than in the past, but make no mistake, it still runs through Henderson.
No, it's not.
Still runs. Crittenden beat Breck earlier in the year. I think it's a pretty good Crittenden team.
But I'll believe it when I see it. I'm a show me guy.
We got a little above all roofing, true or false. Before we do, we'll pause it for Karen Gross, realtor with Remax Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. Give her a call at 270-315-9810 or find her at KarenGross.net. It's live at 5, 1027 The Game.
Support your school with the German-American School Spirit Check Card. With each purchase you make using the card, we make a donation to your participating school of choice. So far, through our School Spirit Card program, we've given back over $300,000 to community schools. Stop in your local German-American bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit Check Card today. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Hawkins Avenue PLLC is a full-service architectural firm providing design services for K-12 education, business, healthcare, industrial, religious, hospitality, and mercantile projects across the state. Our motto is design-focused, service-based, and feel it nothing less than mandatory to provide a service to our clients that exceeds our expectations. With a combined 30-plus years of experience, the team at Hawkins Avenue is the architectural firm you need for your next project. Located in Beaver Dam, give Jeremiah or Kyle a call at 270-363-2235.
Hey y'all, it's Kellyanne Harris with the Harris Group at Keller Williams Elite Realty. As a proud sports mom, I know what it takes to show up, stay focused, and deliver results on the field and in real estate. That's why we're offering our Guaranteed Cash Offer program. We guarantee to get your home sold or we'll buy it. For all your real estate needs, trust the Harris Group. We're always ready to go to work for you. Call us today at 270-929-5857 for the details.
It's game on every weekday from 5 to 8 in the morning with Unsportsmanlike. Brought to you by Floor Concepts. Catch Evan, Canty, and Michelle breaking down the biggest stories, the boldest takes, and the realest reactions only on 102.7 The Game. Your home for ESPN Radio. Unsportsmanlike delivers the passion every true sports fan craves. Brought to you by Floor Concepts, where design meets durability. That's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings 5 to 8 only on 102.7 The Game.
When you're looking for the perfect place to eat, drink, and have a blast, head to Mr. B's Pizza and Wings in Owensboro. Dive into hot, fresh-made pizzas, bold wings, and all your favorite game day classics. And now, take the fun even further at Club 18 Golf, the indoor golf experience right inside Mr. B's. Bring your friends, book a bay, and swing through world-famous courses while enjoying great food and cold drinks. It's the ultimate night out with great eats, great swings, all under one roof. Mr. B's Pizza and Wings in Club 18 Golf, right on Highland Point Drive, where Owensboro comes to play.
Looking to start your day with a little main character energy? Swing by the Creme Coffee House in downtown Owensboro. From handcrafted coffee to irresistible sweets, we've got everything you need to feel a little more like the lead in your story. The vibe, cozy, inviting, and full of character. The location, right in the heart of downtown. Whether you're catching up with friends or grabbing a solo pick-me-up, the Creme Coffee House is your spot to shine. Stop by today at 109 East 2nd Street. It's your story. Make it caffeinated.
Whether it's one item or 100, Pat Hayden Moving gets it there safely and stress-free. As a proud alumni of Owensboro Catholic, Pat Hayden Moving is honored to support the aces on the field, in the classroom, and throughout the community. Big move, small move, we've got your back. One item or 100, we'll move it for you. Call Pat Hayden Moving today and support a business that supports Owensboro Catholic. Local, loyal, on the move.
PSC Fiber is building the region's fastest fiber optic network to deliver essential internet to Perry, Spencer, and DuBois counties with the customer service and tech support you expect from neighbors. Access to high-speed, reliable internet has a positive impact on economic development and social well-being. The ways we communicate have changed a lot in over 70 years, and PSC Fiber is always leading the way. Call 800-511-4899 or visit us at pscfiber.net to see how PSC Fiber is here for you.
Getting sick was not on my to-do list today. 3 conference calls, the kids have practice, and we need groceries. Who has time for a sinus infection? Fortunately, Owensboro Health Urgent Care offers convenient virtual visits. No long lines or waiting rooms, just quality health care from anywhere that works for me. Now that fits my schedule.
For life's ups and downs, choose Owensboro Health Urgent Care. Start your virtual visit at owensborohealth.org.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Time to jump into a little Above All Roofing, true or false. Don't forget about our friends over there at Above All Roofing.
Yeah, you need roofing, siding, seamless gutters. See Chris Estes at Above All Roofing. Can he fix it? Yes, he can.
Absolutely, man. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's go a little local here.
Okay.
Been hearing some birds chirping, right? True or false? With the monotony of the regular season that is high school sports where we're at right this moment, it's time to start looking at a super regional that would factor in regular season meaning games. So like the RPI or head-to-head, some sort of conference standing type of thing to give some of these games more meaning.
Okay. I'm a huge fan of the super regional. Mm-hmm. All right, so true. But there are 2 rules of thought. A super regional that is more towards everybody in the region plays each other once or whatever. That's my prediction because I think it makes the regular season a random Thursday night game of Meade versus Ohio County where both teams are 17-6 means something. Mm-hmm. If you have a plan where super regionals, but your seeding of the super regional is factored in by the district tournaments, you didn't change anything in the regular season. No. It's still a Meade versus Ohio County game where both teams are 7-5 mean absolutely nothing. It's just literally so I'm hoping that to see a super regional in this area because I think it's great. But I would love to see a super regional that does away with district tournaments, because it makes those games on Thursday night of Ohio County versus Davis County mean something.
I think you can still do both.
If it's all about district tournament seeding, then to me, you're playing 30 exhibition games, and we're waiting for the district tournament again.
Yeah, I think there's a way you could do both. You know how I feel about district tournaments, right?
Well,
I
think to me you can do it. There is a way. Your district tournaments could get you a double bye into the round of 8, and then you throw away everything else and base everything else on RPI and
host. I think hosts,
right?
Like if you wanted to give the district winners host of quads to start the tournament in, and then you progress to the sports center.
I like that idea.
We'll talk about that more tomorrow.
Okay, looking forward to it.
I was looking at Chat GTP can do a lot of things for us.
Yeah.
Me and Jalen were out there talking about
take our job before too long.
Oh yeah, for sure. Restructuring, the regions,
yes,
the layouts, and so Chat GTP, man, they got hooked up. It's interesting. I mean, because I feel like it's time to. Because I mean, look at the third. Number one, you got Meade, who's in a different time zone. They're a 5th region team playing in the third.
Mm-hmm.
And no disrespect, but you got Cloverport, right? I mean. And then you look at, so you take them out. That's 13 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at some regions up by Louisville, you got like 22, 24 team regions. It needs to be more balanced out.
I agree.
Through the whole state.
I agree.
I think it's time to visit that.
I think the state had talked about
change stuff.
I think the state had talked about a couple of years ago they were going to revisit that and got a lot of pushback because you and I both know change is not easy.
No, it's not.
And so we'll just see what happens.
But yeah, I mean, that's something else maybe we can touch on tomorrow's show, which it's all spiraling into this. True or false? There's currently too much red tape and too much negativity when it comes to being able to video stream high school games in this area.
I think this area, for the majority of people in this area, they definitely look at live streaming completely different than the way they do at Eastern and Central Kentucky.
Well, they don't look at it differently in Grayson. I get to stream every single one of them games.
Oh, I know.
I mean, with Sam, or McLean does most of their games. I mean, I think it might be just an Owensboro problem.
I don't know if I don't think it's an Owensboro problem.
I mean,
I think it's.
I think the mentality is that if you live stream it, you're going to lose money on the gate, and I just think I disagree with that these days.
No,
I just have a hard time. I mean, have you been to a high school game lately?
I think now
there's like maybe 40 people there.
Hold on, we just said too that we because of the new area that every regular season game is literally an exhibition. So why should I go watch Meade versus Ohio County when it means nothing? I'll just wait to see if they play each other in the regional tournament.
It's always been that way.
No, but
it's
I think
always been that
But
way.
in this day and age where there's more things to go, people are more busy. People it was a thing to do when we were in high school.
It was a community event.
It was, and it's
now
not that
there's
anymore.
no such thing
There's
as community.
No, not at all.
Sports.
Not at all.
Yeah, so I'm not going to leave that there. But I mean, I do think, because people ask me all the time, man, y'all need to video stream more. I'm like, well, come negotiate it. Certainly, I mean, if you want to deal with that, I mean, it's freaking an arm wrestling contest every year to try to figure out if we're going to be able to live stream the third region basketball tournament.
Which we are, though.
Yeah, we are.
Yes,
we are.
Yes.
But I mean, it hasn't been like, okay, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. It's been, all right, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight you. We're going to holler at this person over here. I'm going to make this rant about this.
No, but I am happy to announce that we will be live streaming every game of the third region tournament.
I say that Vic's done all the work.
Once again, it will be behind a paywall, and then once again, that money is not coming to us. That money is we will write a check to every school in the region.
Yeah, I think
that
it's a
money
great
is
thing.
going in, and we were able to give, a little over $7,000, I think it was last year, to the regional, the teams of the region.
And even bigger than us video streaming it, hospitality room got the most love of anything I've ever done
back
at Cromwell. I think more people stopped me to talk to me about the loving that. We do need restaurants though. So
had a couple jump on big today.
That's okay.
I think Moonlight jumped on big today.
That's great.
I think it's awesome.
But we need more.
Van Atten's jumped on today.
So if you're a restaurant or caterer or anything,
it's not you donating the food. We are going to make a trade for you. You do a night of the hospitality room, and you get the full third region audio advertising package. Like, you're not just giving the food for nothing.
Yeah.
We are going to give you
it's a trade
around $1,000 worth of advertising for you.
And trust me,
third
people.
region.
Trust me, restaurant businesses out there. people love this.
Oh, yes.
And they will recognize
There's nothing
who's
that we
pitching
did.
in. I promise you, I would stop more about that than anything we've ever done.
I was going to say, it's not even close. Media days, live streaming third.
Yes.
Games, doesn't matter. Hospitality room at the third region tournament,
yes,
without a doubt.
Absolutely. Let's.
Pepsi's come on board, too, to stock the hospitality room and media day.
Chris is overseeing that behind the scenes, too, to make sure everybody's taken care of.
I got one for you.
Yep. We got 3 minutes.
True or false, I saw an early preseason Kentucky baseball state rankings, and they had Catholic at number 13 preseason. They got it right.
Man, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know enough about the rest of the state. I would think Catholic's probably a top 10 team, though.
I'm going to say that's false. Say it should be somewhere in the top 7.
That's fair. I mean, just off the top of my head, just knowing the pitching talent they have, that's a top 10 team.
I got another question for you.
All right.
True or false? It was your love of the iconic Sports Center and your hate for the 12th district as the real reason you dropped Edmonson County out of your Owensboro Health top 10.
Yeah, me and Kyle Pierce, I felt like we've been extending olive branches back and forth.
And then you just slapped him in the back of the head.
You're not getting ranked this week. You thought I was on your side, and I pulled the heel move.
You did.
Straight Ric Flaired him, but that was just straight the brain, mashed potato brains.
True or false? It's time for the NFLPA needs to work with the NFL and no longer have Super Bowls in California because of this dumb jock tax.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, listen.
I don't know what that is.
The Seahawks, the winning share of the Super Bowl was $178,000. Okay? The bill, because he was in San Francisco, or where did they play? Where was it? It was
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
Yeah.
All right? Because the Seahawks were there for a week, living in a hotel and practicing. Because of the jock tax, California taxes his paycheck for those 7 days, plus what he made there. The bill Sam Darnold tax had to pay California for winning the Super Bowl was $71,000 more than the $178,000 game winner shares he got. He lost.
He needs to defer it like Ohtani did.
He lost $71,000 in the whole winning the Super Bowl.
That's insane. I mean, he should have stayed in Minnesota. He wouldn't have to worry about it.
Now, if you're playing, he wouldn't have been in San Francisco. He wouldn't have been in California playing.
That's exactly right.
They need to ban the Super Bowl from any state that has a jock tax.
Yeah, that's weird.
Go play in Florida.
Yeah, that's a good shot at California, though. Always like to take them when we get a chance. True or false, the Raiders would be better off signing a veteran quarterback this cycle and trading that number 1 pick for Mendoza for a haul.
False. One, you're not going to get a haul for Mendoza.
I wondered what they would get. I guess it really comes down to me is how much could you get for that pick?
But it comes down to how bad
if you
somebody
get 3
wants.
ones.
Yeah, but I don't know if Mendoza is a now
generational type talent.
Right. I think he is going to be a good NFL quarterback. I just don't know if he has the buzz as being a generational quarterback that somebody would give you that much for him.
Last one, true or false? You've watched more than 5 minutes of the Winter Olympics so far.
True. I watched a lot of curling.
Oh, I haven't watched more than 5 minutes. I watched a little bit of women's hockey dominate Canada. Hey, go USA.
I know this way. I know this. We can do better bobsledding than the USA did.
On 102.7 The Game. Special thanks to Foreman Watson Holtry for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time for Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game.